Hello and welcome to the only video that anybody watches on my channel, the Blade and Soul First Things to Do After Level 55. I guess we'll throw October at the end of this one. In this video, I will be discussing what you should be doing as a new player to start progressing your character, improving your DPS, and getting the most out of your Blade and Soul experience. We'll cover weapons, accessories, quests, items, gold saving, as well as some general progression tips. Real quick, before we begin, if you are new to the channel, new to Blade and Soul, enjoy my content, or even if you hate me and just want to know when I upload videos so you can trash talk me in the comment section, please consider subscribing to the channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, this guide already assumes you've completed all of the story content that's available in Blade and Soul. This includes all of the yellow quest line, which as you see I haven't done, as well as all of the orange quest line, which you'll see I also haven't done. But either way, these are what you're going to want to complete first as a new player to the game. So to go ahead and see all of the quests you can do, press J on the keyboard. Yellow quests are going to be these yellow quests up here. They involve following around in the main story of Blade and Soul. The orange quests include these quests right here. So these are obtained from your quest letters section. So if I go ahead and abandon this quest so you'll see what I'm talking about. If you go to the quest letter section, scroll down the quest letter section, you will see orange quest lines here. Go ahead and click the read the letter message, accept it, mash F all the way through it, and it will be added to your in progress tab. From that point, you can track the quest and follow it around your minimap like this. So this is already assuming you've done all of that and there's no more left there to do. After you do all of that, you're going to be left at Hongmoon level 9. So Blade and Soul has an over-leveling system, so the maximum level is 55. You'll have all of your skills unlocked at that point. Once you get beyond level 55, you gain Hongmoon levels, like prestige levels. For every Hongmoon level that you gain, you will get 5 Hongmoon points that you can spend on customizing your character. These Hongmoon points are accessed by pressing P on the keyboard, and will take you to this menu. On this menu, since you're HM9, you will have 45 points to spend. I recommend splitting them 25 points into offense as well as 20 points into defense. This will increase your attack power by 125 as well as your health by 40,000. These are huge bonuses to your character. Highly recommend picking these up as soon as you can get them. After you reach Hongmoon level 10, which you'll get to pretty quickly just playing through the game, you're going to want to take 5 points off of your offense and move them into this health regen stat. Basically functions as a never-ending health pot. Highly recommend it. Super useful for new players, super useful for experienced players. As you progress your character and level up further, I would just recommend throwing the points into offense. The attack power will outweigh any more defensive bonuses you're going to get. The only exception would be the threat skill. If you are a tank and having difficulty maintaining aggro over the enemy, you're going to want to spec threat so that you can keep the boss focused on you while the rest of your party DPSs. So next thing on our list is going to be getting our 6-slot weapon. So if you've been playing through the story, you've been getting weapons, and hopefully you've been throwing your gems onto the weapon, you just go ahead and right-click to equip the gem. Really simple system. These weapons cap out at 6 gem slots. The one that you get for completing the story is either the light weapon or the dark weapon, the baleful weapon or the seraph weapon. Either one of those two, they go by the same names. And it has a random chance at a random number of slots. If you got 6 slots from your weapon, you're good to go. If you did not get 6 gem slots, you're going to have to do this method right here to get your 6 gem slots now. The reason you want to get those 6 gem slots now is because to add the gem slots later costs legendary gem hammers. These legendary gem hammers go for 40 gold on the marketplace a piece. You can see this last one takes 22. The one before that is 15, and the one before that is 7. You're looking at well over 2,000 gold to go ahead and get these legendary gem hammers. Definitely do not want to have to be spending that kind of money as a new player. You don't even want to be spending it as a longer-termed player. So to go ahead and get around that, you're going to need Naryu Silver. Naryu Silver you get for completing the story, and additionally these can be farmed in Celestial Basin by killing the bosses that are in the area. We're going to be going to Celestial Basin anyway, so if you do run out of Naryu Silver doing this method, then go ahead and hit up that and start farming that and start getting a head start on the peach farming that we'll get to later. But anyway, after you have your Naryu Silver in your inventory, you're going to want to head over to your nearest coin exchange merchant. My personal favorite is in Jadestone Village. There's also another one located in Grand Harvest Square. So as you can see, we have the light weapon chest and the dark weapon chest. If you are a warden or an earth destroyer, get the light weapon chest. Anything else, get the dark weapon chest. The short answer on this is that the dark weapon procs on a hit, the light weapon procs when you are hit. So basically what that means is that you will never get the procs on your light weapon because you never want to be getting hit in Blade and Soul. So I'm a warden, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up a light weapon chest. As you can see, it costs 5 Naryu Silver, so just go ahead and buy a few of these. You don't have to buy a ton to start with, just buy a couple and see how you do. So when you open it, it doesn't cost you anything to open it. Just go ahead and open the 2 boxes, and you will get seraph or baleful weapons. So as you can see, I've got 2 different weapons. One has 3 slots, one has 4 slots. These have a random chance at the random number of slots every single time. So you keep opening these until you get one with 6 slots. I'll give it a few more tries here. If you want to buy more than one at a time, go ahead and hold down the shift key on your keyboard and type in the number you want to buy. So let's buy 3 of them. Go ahead and hit confirm. So shift right click to go ahead and do that. 3 more chests. Let's see how we do. So there you go. You see we got a 6 slot right there on our last roll. I didn't even check that one. So we got a 4, a 5, and a 6. So it took me 5 tries, but they do drop. So go ahead and get your 6 slot weapon. So now that we've got our 6 slot weapon, we can go ahead and equip that and start throwing on all of our gems that we've gotten through playing through the story. If you want more information on what gems are best or where to get gems or anything you could want to know about gems, I have a full guide on gems. Link is in the description below and in the card that's popping up on your screen right now. But anyway, we now have a weapon that we can go ahead and start to upgrade. You do not want to upgrade your weapon until you have your 6 slots. Do not start upgrading your weapon. It will be a waste of materials. So you're going to get a whole bunch of upgrade materials for playing through the story. So to go ahead and upgrade your weapon, go ahead and hit Shift, left click. It'll bring up this menu. On the Manage Equipment menu, since I have the Seraph Greatsword, I want to hit the Seraph Greatsword Stage 2. Do not switch over to the opposite stage. You'll end up ruining it. You don't make the switch until way later in the game, and I have videos on weapon progression and all that, so feel free to check those out. But anyway, you're going to get a bunch of the materials you need to upgrade the weapon from completing the story. Use those materials and upgrade the weapon as far as you can possibly upgrade it. I believe it'll take you to around stage 6 or 7. This is going to be the biggest DPS boost you can possibly get at this point in the game. It's super easy and you already have everything to go ahead and do this, so make sure that you do it. So while you're upgrading your weapon, you might run into a time where you don't know where the material is found or how to find it or where it comes from. If you hover over the material, so for example I have the Void Fragment, you'll receive a pop-up window that shows you exactly where to get it. So as you can see, it says acquired from Celestial Basin Exchange Merchant, Celestial Basin, or Naryu Sanctum. So all of these items show you where they drop from. One question that I get all the time is where Naryu tablets drop from. These drop randomly from all sorts of different dungeons. The easiest way to pick them up is going to be in cold storage. It has a very high drop rate there, as well as some of the higher tiered dungeons have increased drop rates of them as well. This really can't be the only video on my channel anyone watches, right? They gotta watch some other ones. A lot of people watch this one. It's gotta be pretty good, right? I hope.
What is up, guys? It's Evil Duo Storm here today, and today
Next up on our list is picking up our first legendary accessories. So these are the necklace, the belt, and the bracelet. So the bracelet has 2 options. You have your Divine Dragon or Tiger bracelet. These differ depending on your build and your spec, so make sure you look over the stats and make sure that it aligns with your build, that you're getting the right element or you're boosting the right skills that you use most frequently in your play. So the easiest 2 to get are going to be the necklace and the belt. These are picked up with Draken Cores and can be purchased from the Exchange Merchant Jinsore. They'll all actually be purchased from Jinsore, but the first 2 are very easy to get, the necklace and the belt. So to get the 200 Draken Cores, the easiest way to do it is going to be to complete the Dead Refuse to Die quest line. So after completing the story, if you open up your quest log and go over to the quest letters, there will be a region that says Solok, and in that region there will be a quest that's called The Dead Refuse to Die. So you can see it, I have it right here picked up. So this quest involves killing the boss of Ebendrake Citadel, Desolate Tomb, Naryu Foundry, and floor 16 of Mushin's Tower. The easiest way to get into these 3 dungeons is to press F8 on the keyboard, head into the dungeon lobby, and select the dungeons on the right side of the screen. These will put you into a party with other people that are doing the same quest line pretty much, and you'll be able to beat these dungeons. These dungeons can be completed at your current gear level. They're fairly simple, straightforward, their mechanics are not very complex. After you complete those 3 dungeons, you're going to have to head on over to Mushin's Tower. Mushin's Tower is located here on the map. It's under this Mushin Hall option, and you'll have to clear floor 16 of Mushin's Tower. Some tips I can offer for that one: AoE skills. If your Hongmoon ultimate is an AoE ultimate, use that as your opener. Get as much AoE damage down as possible. Try and group the mobs. Try and do damage to both of them at the same time. There are 2 mobs that you have to fight there. They both have like 700,000 health, and they do a lot of damage. So if you are a newer player, it could be pretty difficult. So those are my tips to help you get through that. After you've completed that quest, you're going to get to 200 Draken Cores. You can head over to Jinsore and purchase up the 2 accessories that we saw right here for the Draken Cores. So you can get your Eternity Belt and your Oath Necklace. Pick these 2 up first. Next thing we're going to want to pick up is the bracelet. So the bracelet, as you can see right here, goes for another 100 Draken Cores. To get those additional 100 Draken Cores, we're going to have to farm Desolate Tomb or Naryu Sanctum or Ebendrake Citadel or Naryu Foundry, the same dungeons we just ran. Naryu Sanctum is the one that this item actually drops from, so if you want to run Naryu Sanctum over and over and over again, you can hopefully pray for that drop, and eventually you'll get enough Draken Cores. However, the fastest way to do this is going to be either Desolate Tomb or Ebendrake Citadel. Those 2 dungeons run very quickly to get these Draken Cores. After you've gotten the 100 Draken Cores, go ahead and purchase this box. Now this box doesn't give you the bracelet right away. You're going to need to get an unrefined Divine Dragon bracelet or an unrefined Tiger bracelet from Mushin's Tower. So Mushin's Tower, once again, is over here on the map. Mushin's Hall, and it's in this area. I have a video on unlocking this bracelet. You can check out the full guide in the description below or in the card that's popping up on your screen. However, the TLDR is you'll have to run floors 16 through 20 over and over and over again until you get enough Yunseng prayer beads to buy the bracelet, which then you use to unlock the box. Complicated. The other video makes it a lot more simple. This is just your TLDR version. Basically beat those same people you were just fighting a minute ago over and over and over again until you get enough items to buy the item you need to unlock the chest. After you've gotten that, go ahead and throw that bracelet on, and you will be all set as far as legendary accessories go for this first After 55 video. This is usually the part where I tell you to go ahead and farm up the purple accessories that give you elemental damage, but I was actually doing some math here, and the Hallows accessories that you can purchase from the merchant in Valindria, so right here in the middle of Solok, the accessories that you can purchase from here, the Hallows ring and Hallows earring, are only about a 5% DPS loss when compared to the accessories that you would farm, the two elemental accessories. So the amount of time that you would spend farming those two items can be saved by purchasing these two items for Naryu Silver, and instead you can focus on developing other aspects of your character that will provide you a bigger bonus. As far as how long you're keeping these accessories, you want to replace these with Skybreak Spire accessories as soon as possible. So you're not even going to be keeping these around for that long, so really there's no point in farming and wasting that amount of time on them. They are better than the ones you get for completing the story, so you can discard the cell block accessories you get, but the pinnacle accessories you get for completing the story, make sure you hold on to those. Those pinnacle accessories are used to upgrade your legendary accessories, and you want to make sure that you do not have to farm for those later because they are a pain in the butt. Next on our list is gems. So I already have a full video on gems and progressing in gems, so once again that's already been linked in the description. You've already seen the card, you can click the little eye if you want the full version of it. But the TLDR version for this video is going to be, you want to get your hexagonal gems as soon as possible. So if you open up the inventory and you hit the Dragon Express at the bottom, which is this tab right here, you will go to the gems tab and you will see that you can purchase hexagonal gems for 4 gem powders. These 4 gem powders are purchased off the marketplace. You just type in gem powder, and you can buy them for like 14 gold right now. So this is not a priority upgrade. The story already gives you pentagonal gems. These gems are only marginally better, so you can survive for a while without doing this. But as you go, you know, pick up one here, pick up one there. Additionally, while you are farming in Celestial Basin, and we're here because the next part of the video is in Celestial Basin, you have a chance to get treasure key fragments. These treasure key fragments allow you to open up the treasure key door, so when a weather event happens, you can go ahead and open this door here once you have 10 treasure key fragments. This lets you into a secret area that has a very high probability of giving you a heptagonal gem, which is one stage above these hexagonal gems. They cannot be turned into other gems, however they are still a very strong one-point wonder sort of thing for a newer player who's progressing their character. If you want to know the best gems to get, I say it in the video, but I'll give you the TLDR right here for you because I really like you. You're going to want to go with the diamond, into the aquamarine, into the amethyst, into the ruby, into the obsidian, followed by whatever you want because I'm not your dad and I'm not going to make every decision for you. Dude, maybe some of my older videos are better. I wonder if like I've just been continually going like downward. Like,
all the way
here's a FIFA video.
To make that save
what did I record this with? A flip phone? What is that? 240? Oh my god, look at it shake. Ah yes, and here we are, Celestial Basin, the place that you will learn to hate within a couple of weeks. But basically everything you need in Blade and Soul as far as a new player goes can be farmed right here by yourself. Just about everything. Legendary accessories, items, upgrade materials can all be farmed here by yourself. You don't need to go into a party or anything, so if you can't get into parties or if you're having trouble finding parties, this is the place to be. So if you didn't like one of the methods I put out before, you can probably get it here a different way. But anyway, what we're actually here for is to go ahead and get our Mystic Badge, which can only be picked up here. So if we head over to the Exchange Merchant right here, we will see that she has the items, the Mystic Badges down here at the bottom. You're going to want to do a bit of research as to which one of these is the best for your class. I would recommend hopping into my Discord, shameless plug, and asking in there to see if somebody has any recommendations. There are a lot of members of this Discord, so hopefully one of them knows a bit of information about your class and can give you some very useful information. To farm these peaches, you're going to need to complete the quests that you see pop up on the right side of your screen. If you do not do these quests, you're not going to get peaches. So I've had people wondering why they weren't getting peaches. That's why. You need to do the actual quests that you see there. Those are going to be outlined on your map as to which ones you have to do. They pop up on the map up here, so go ahead and do the quest in this area to get the peaches. Build up the peaches. You'll need 15,000 of them at most to go ahead and get your badge that you need for your class. So yeah, you're going to be spending a lot of time here. That's going to take about 4 hours to get. And yes, there is an alternate way to farm these peaches. It involves completing the Know Thine Enemy quest line. The Know Thine Enemy quest line involves you having a much more geared character than you currently have, or finding some friends that are willing to carry you. So if you could find some friends that want to carry you in faction chat or looking around elsewhere, then best of luck to you. However, if you can't get into one of those parties, this is the way you're going to have to do it. And our final upgrade we're going to make is going to be to upgrade our pet that we got from the story. So for completing the story, you're going to get a Stormbringer pet aura. If you shift left click on that, it's going to open up the Manage Equipment tab, and you can upgrade the Stormbringer pet into a Hongmoon pet aura stage 6 for 80 soulstone crystals and 8 moonstone crystals. The reason we want to make this upgrade is because this pet gives you health recovery whenever you get hit with a 1-minute cooldown, so that improves our survivability, bonus health, bonus recovery, some bonus attack power, And the cool effect of it is the instant recovery of 200 HP on a critical hit. So whenever you get a critical hit with your character, you gain back or regenerate back 200 health. This is immense for survivability. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you stack that in there with the Amethyst as well as the Aquamarine that we've picked up, you'll be getting back a lot of health every time you get a critical hit. So yes, you want to make sure that you pick up that pet. It's a huge, huge boost to your survivability. And congratulations, you now have everything you'll need to go ahead and take on the very first raid, Skybreak Spire. Finding Skybreak Spire parties can be done in the faction chat down below. You can also check out the Blade and Soul Raid Recruitment Discord or my Discord and look for any opportunity where someone is recruiting a Skybreak Spire raid. This is going to be the end of this video though. We've gotten you to exactly where you need to be. You're actually a bit overgeared now for Skybreak Spire, so you should have no difficulty clearing it and getting into parties with this gear level that we've obtained in this video. In the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to go from the Skybreak Spire gear up to the Temple of Illuvium gear, along with some more general tips for progression of your character. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like so I know that you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing once again. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you at the next video. Peace.